Hello world and welcome to Coding After Effects Tools and Tips. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to better control your audio levels using expressions. And one of the ways of controlling audio is by going down to your layer, pushing L, and controlling it using audio levels in this DP system. The DP, as you can probably guess from how I named the layer, is decibels. And I'm going to show you some of the weaknesses of this decibel system, at least for After Effects. Maybe in a more professional audio situation, this is a lot better, but in After Effects, and for us artists who's more visual than they are audio, there are some problems with the system for us. So if I just play this audio, you can get a sense of how loud it is. Yep. So this is the default loudness of this audio, and anytime you have 0 decibels, that's going to be the default audio level of that audio. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to go from the default level to a complete silence by the end of this composition. So I'm going to go to the beginning of my composition. I'm going to click on the stopwatch, and I'm going to go to the very end. And usually they say about -44 or -48 is when the audio go completely silent for your audio, but let's see about that. So I'm going to go to a little bit more extreme, just go straight 60. So by the time I make it to here, my audio should be completely silent. So I don't know if you was able to hear it or how loud the audio is, but by the time I get to here, I still hear audio playing. And not only that, there's a huge drop in the audio level by the time I get to 2 seconds. So let me press L twice. And once I press L twice, you can kind of have a general feel of where my audio levels are at. And you can see a huge decrease very fastly by using this decibel system. And this is not what I want, and this is probably not what you want when you're using your audio. So there's a way to kind of combat this, and that's by using stereo mixer. So if I click on here to get rid of the audio for that layer and click here, um, click on the layer, right click and go to audio and go to stereo mixer. So this left level and this right level is the way you control your audio level for the right side and the left side of your audio mixer or your audio in general on either side. So if I increase it or if I decrease it, that's going to control the audio. And if this is at 0, then the audio is completely silent on the right, and the same thing with the left. And if I was to make this 200, then the audio sound is double, and the audio sound is double for the right if I was to do the same thing. And with decibels, I'm sorry, the way this system works is every time you go up 6 or every time you decrease it by 6, it either increase it double if you go up 6, and it cut the audio loudness or levels in half if you go down 6. So this is a very confusing way of controlling your audio if you want complete control of your audio. And using this left and right level, as you can see, can give you a little bit more control. So the way I would use it is I would create a new null object, and I would name it global. And I'll go in here and I will create a slider, and I'll call that audio control. And I will go to my stereo mix layer and I'll press E to bring up my stereo mixer. Go back to here to global, click on this lock, alt click on the right level, use my pick whip and go to audio control. Do the same thing for the left. And what the pick whip is going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to grab the value from the audio control, and whatever value I have in here is going to be the value of my left and right levels for the stereo mixer. Click out of here, and now I can add a keyframe right here and make this 100, and I can go to the very end and make this 0. So now if I play it, I can go from my default sound all the way to silent. And I can do it a lot more smoothly and without any type of sharp fall in my audio level. So I can play you the difference. So if I go to the first second and I push play for this one, now if I do the same thing for this one, you hear a dramatic decrease in sound on the decibel layer and a steady and consistent drop with the stereo mix layer. And that's all I have for the audio trip. And if you like this video, check out my other videos. Until the next time, peace out, world.